Hey, it's Fox, and this is a series that I may or may not be doing. Um, but today we're going to be talking about Jimmy Garoppolo and how he's undervalued. So I was inspired to do this video thanks to a fellow YouTuber on the platform, Mikerophone. You should go check out his video on a more in-depth look at this situation. The spark notes or TLDR of the whole situation is that the 49ers are, according to sources, looking to trade Jimmy Garoppolo at the end of the year and go into the 2022 season with Trey Lance as their future quarterback. I personally think that this is going to basically blow up in the 49ers' face, just completely massively just going to explode in their face. This personally is Kyle Shanahan's worst decision in terms of his quarterbacking. Jimmy Garoppolo is just completely undervalued by Kyle Shanahan, and this pretty much solidifies that whole deal. Because Kyle Shanahan could obviously go out, dispel all these rumors, and be like, no, Jimmy Garoppolo is the guy. He's going to be that guy. Not just, if we go to a Super Bowl, but like, he's the guy. But instead, he's kind of been mixed and recently said that he was not putting Trey Lance in more because he wants to be able to read the coverages and do all that. I mean, I could be making a wild shot in the speculation, void. Honestly, that could be true. That could be very much false. That could be as simple as Trey Lance. I don't feel like as much of an accurate thrower. He's more of an athlete guy. He's more of a guy, not maybe of the same caliber, but in the same vein as Justin Fields. In terms of overall mobility, more like Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, those guys who can make the throws most of the time, but can definitely make a play on their legs or make something kind of happen out of nothing. We've seen flashes from all of those players. Lamar Jackson is quite literally a walking, running highlight reel. I don't remember if I think he just broke the record for most 100-yard games by a quarterback, which insane for him. That is a massive accomplishment for him. But he's not that guy. Trey Lance is not that guy. I'm gonna come out and say that Trey Lance is just not that guy. He is not Lamar Jackson. He is not Jalen Hurts. He might be in the same vein as Justin Fields, but then again, Justin Fields is with the Bears, and when you have Matt Nagy in the Bears, Matt Nagy, I mean, Mitchell Trubisky might be the greatest quarterback of all time for getting Matt Nagy to 2 playoff appearances. I don't know exactly how good Matt Nagy is. I mean, he's not, as of recent, he has not proved to be the greatest coach in the world. So who knows the actual potential of Justin Fields in a Nagy-less system. Right now it's kind of weird. It's not the most big thing, but that's a completely separate tangent and kind of unrelated to this. But Trey Lance, in my, opinion, looking at his past, looking at the player that he has been, looking at his start when he lost a close game to the Cardinals, he's a runner. He is a runner quarterback. He ran in that game. He passed for less than 200 yards, didn't throw a touchdown, threw an incompletion, it was about 50. He was 51% passing. Didn't show any promise. Didn't show a whole lot of promise as a quarterback, but he did rush 16 times for 89 yards, and I think that's really the reason anyone's considering Trey Lance between any of these quarterbacks. He is the superior mobile threat, of all of these quarterbacks. He's not gonna beat you through the air like Trevor Lawrence can do, or like Mac Jones currently is, but he's also not going to throw away games a la Zach Wilson throwing 4 interceptions in a game. So it puts him in a mid-tier of these rookie quarterbacks in a rookie class that has proven that one quarterback can be a great player. And all of this is not even mentioning the fact that Kyle Shanahan is terrible without Jimmy Garoppolo. In Kyle Shanahan's 38-40 record, he's gone a whopping immaculate 6-27 with any quarterback not named Jimmy Garoppolo. That does include some not great names. I mean, I will admit, Nick Mullins, CJ Beathard, Trey Lance's start, and Brian Hoyer aren't exactly the greatest quarterbacks in the league. But they also don't need to be, because that's not the 49ers, bread and butter. Their bread and butter is defense and running the football. The thing that everyone says that the 49ers should have done to win the Super Bowl, which comes back to Jimmy Garoppolo. People blame Jimmy Garoppolo for their problems instead of blaming the other parts of the system because he lost the Super Bowl. If Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't lose that Super Bowl, if either makes the necessary throws or they just run the football and run the clock out, do whatever, but lose the football game, you don't have this situation. You don't have the blame being put on Garoppolo, who, mind you, is pretty good with Kyle Shanahan. Is he gotten injured? Yes, and that is the main critique that I could put on Jimmy Garoppolo, is that he's gotten injured. But that is not a reason to go with Trey Lance because you just want to move from a guy who occasionally gets injured. Especially not a guy that I don't see as a franchise guy. Who knows? I could be completely wrong about this. This could all be speculation. Let me know what you think. My take, Jimmy Garoppolo is undervalued. Trey Lance is being a bit overvalued, and people are just comparing him to people that he does not have that I just don't see him having the ability to be in that same category of players. And just let me know what you think, and have a nice one.